Good evening, everyone. We're calling the meeting to order. Okay, we'll start off with the invocation, which will be given by Member Bander, and then that'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Member Schultz. If everyone would stand, please.
Please rise. Bow your heads for a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. We'll now have the roll call and determination of a quorum.
Chair Chair Odom,
Present.
Member Bandor,
Present.
Member Lewis,
Present.
Member Mann,
Present.
Member Brennan,
Present.
Member Schultz.
Present.
Quorum is met.
Thank you. Okay, we will now have the swearing in of officers and any witnesses who will be speaking.
All right. If you plan to come up and speak about your case tonight, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you and each of you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you. Now we'll have the reading of the consent agenda.
Good evening, Madam Chair and board members. I'm Doug Gaines, Acting Director of Support Services. For tonight's meeting, we have 3 for dismissal or incompliance, and that's 2022-00796, 2023-00027, and 2023-00063. We thank those citizens for coming into compliance.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
I'd like to accept the consent agenda as presented by the city.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion presented by Member Bander and seconded by Member Lewis that the consent agenda be accepted as presented. We'll vote on those. All those in favor, press aye. Opposed? Okay. Motion carries.
Can we please check? Looks like we're missing one person for the voting.
Did you vote?
I don't think.
1 second. There it is.
Yeah, should be on.
Okay, it's showing. It's okay?
Oh, yeah, you're on.
Mm-hmm.
That technology we were talking about earlier. Okay, and now we'll proceed with our cases. The first case that we have that will be presented is case number 2022-00909, and is presented by Officer Loeffler.
Good evening.
Good evening. I have no clue where my pictures are. I don't even see that case number. Thank you.
Those next 3 are the ones from today.
Thanks. Okay, good evening. Case number 00909 is 1984 CASABA COVE. It's regarding the construction of an accessory structure without a permit. This is a large prefabricated structure, and it's more of an office or a house with little shutters and flower pots than a shed, but it's a pretty good size. On December 5th, 2022, upon the city receiving a citizen's complaint, I was sent to the location regarding construction in progress. Upon arrival, a large prefabricated building was observed already set up upon cement blocks. The delivery truck was gone, and the occupants of the home were reinstalling a portion of the fence they removed to enable delivery by the truck. And this is a corner lot. So on Exhibit A here, that's the fence that they reinstalled to deliver that shed. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it while I was sitting on the blocks. And then another exhibit. As you can see, it has little shutters and doors and metal roof. And that's not from the corner side, that's from the street side. And that's from the side street view there. At this time, the individuals who referred to the property owner as their auntie, who was not home at the time, were advised that the building would need to be permitted or removed, and a notice would be delivered soon. On December 7th, 2022, a violation notice was posted at the location, sent out certified service to the property owner, Deborah Benita Bradley, as identified by official records, for violation of Ordinance 5113. The notice provided until December 21 to obtain a permit or remove the shed. The certified service was signed received by the property owner on December 9th, 2022. On December 16th, a permit application was submitted to the city. It was subsequently rejected by zoning and the building departments on December 19th and 20th. The rejection notices described what was wrong and the remedial action required prior to resubmitting. Sorry. This is all new to me. On December 22nd, the building was observed still in place, and permit records revealed no changes or resubmissions to the building or zoning department. On February 16th, a hearing notice to this meeting and a statement were posted at City Hall at the location and sent out certified service by the clerk. The certified service hearing notice was signed received for proof of service on February 18th. As of this date, the structure remains in the rear yard and no revisions or resubmissions have occurred. So the property's still in violation.
And what are your recommendations?
The city's recommending 15 days for compliance or a fine amount of $50 per day, per every day not in compliance with any orders this board might issue.
Okay, thank you. My question
Yes.
would be, do you know what the rejection was?
Yes. I printed out a copy from both zoning and building, and I'll just read it to you.
Okay.
Florida Building Code 107, submittal documents. 1, the plans have been scanned incorrectly and part of each sheet is missing. Re-upload plans correctly. 2, after reviews have been approved, field inspector shall verify that shed matches plans, otherwise as-built engineered plans will be required. And then the zoning rejection. Submitted documents are insufficient to review. Please submit a 2-scale survey clearly showing the property lines, any easements on the lot, and the location of the shed, as well as the distance from the property line to the shed. 2, please indicate the square footage of the shed. And 3, impervious area surface, ISA sheet is left blank. Please input the appropriate square footages. So that one's talking about where rainwater would go, because it's hitting the building and not going to ground.
Excuse me. Is the building on blocks?
It's, last time I saw it, without the fence, it was sitting on cinder
There
blocks,
really is no impervious area then, right?
just the roof of it.
The roof line, but it drips back underneath. Okay. They have to have it resurveyed, a survey needs to be done? That was one of the rejections?
It wasn't on the sheet, so I'm assuming they provided a survey.
Isn't that what zoning said, a two-story?
If they have one.
Oh, maybe so.
From zoning. So, yeah.
Yes. Apparently, they submitted a not-to-scale survey.
Well, survey's gonna take time to do. You
Right.
hire the surveyor, he has to plan it, he has to come out and do it.
So,
15 days is gonna be enough to.
well, I go back to December they've had a lot of time to do that. And we have had no contact from
When was the rejection?
them.
When was the rejection, the date of that?
December 16th was when they submitted, December 20 and 19.
Okay, yes, they did. Okay.
We've had no contact.
Okay.
Is there someone, it seems like there's someone in the audience for that particular case that wants to say something?
She didn't sign it at all.
Okay.
Nobody to speak on
Bradley
this.
here, Madam Chair.
What, are you here to speak on behalf of this?
Well, we're part of the HOA, there's quite a few members from our community. The fence was never.
Excuse me, madam. Would you
Okay,
please
yes.
go to the podium there, please?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, you did not submit a speaking reservation, so
Oh, okay.
that is
Yes,
why.
madam.
Okay,
It's up to the
Yeah.
board, but normally we hear from the property owner and the city.
okay.
It's up to you if you want to bring somebody else in, but their testimony doesn't help or hurt the case.
Property owner here? Is the property owner here?
Yeah,
That
What-
has nothing to do with the city, though. We're just
right,
here for the city codes and Florida building codes.
yeah, okay.
If she has comments, I'd like to hear them.
I
like to hear them also.
will entertain your comments, but please understand, like I said, normally we deal with the homeowner, okay? So, please, present your name and
You have to be sworn in.
all of that. Yeah, Justin, you will have to swear in?
Well, she may have been sworn earlier.
The city did, I saw on the thing, approve the fence.
Fence, okay.
Maybe not the HOA.
The HOA did not, yes.
Okay, so there's a speaker form in front of you. If you'd please fill that out by the end of the meeting.
All right.
You can do that in a minute. For now, I'm going to swear you in real quick.
Okay,
All right, so please raise your hand. Do you swear and affirm the testimony you should present shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, thank you. And then before you begin, please state your name and address for the recording.
My name is Cindy McCord. My address is 1837 Honeydew Court in Ocoee, Orchard Park. I'm the homeowner representative for the HOA. Quite a few of our community members came. This is a member in our community who has put up a fence and now installed a temporary shed, which are all completely and totally against our bylaws. She's received multiple violation notices, multiple fees and fines, and has never responded to a single notice. She just continues to do whatever she wants to do. There is no temporary buildings to be put on the properties. There's not supposed to be anything like that, even put without HOA approval. Our ARC has to approve it. She never made an attempt to even put in an ARC to get it approved. And, I mean, she's never paid it any of her fines or fees. So she's been in our community for 20 years, 10 years at least, and we have yet to get any kind of response from her for any of our notices for violations or fines and fees. She's yet to pay any of them. So
The
it's going to be
question,
very difficult. to get what you're asking from her.
Typically with a HOA, once so many violations or whatever, you would turn it over to your legal department.
Yes,
If
yeah.
she has been such an issue, why haven't you went down that route?
We just changed board members because that action was not being taken
Okay.
properly. But she has been sent into collections. She's been turned over to our attorney so that a lien can be placed against her property.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Ms. McCord.
Well, Member
Oh.
Schultz.
I have a question
Oh,
for,
go ahead.
I have a question for us in code enforcement. Do we have a violation for the fence?
They actually
Is
have,
that our
She
concern?
did get a permit.
I just happened to notice reviewing this one, they had a city permit.
So there's a city permit for the
the
fence.
But no HOA approval.
I am where I am. So for us now, on the board, there's a city permit for the fence. So by our guidelines that has been followed, now we are in violation for the temporary structure, which is what we need to address.
Right, that's the only thing that we can.
So, Ms. McCord, my question is, if the homeowner meets all the requirements from the city zoning and building code, will you allow them?
I've spoken with some of the committee members on the ARC. The structure is 1, temporary, which is against our bylaws. 2, it's too tall. 3, it's too large. 4, there are concerns through our community. She has run a foster home previously licensed, but is no longer licensed, and continues to have children in there, in the garage, out on the lanai, and we're afraid that this is going to end up being another sleeping place for the children, which is child endangerment. And so that's one of our concerns also.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Okay,
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion. Oh, sorry.
what was it?
Go ahead,
Any
no,
other discussion?
no.
Okay. No.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion. I move that in case number 2022-00909, that the respondents be found in violation of the code as cited as of December 21st, 2022, and be given until March 15th, 2023, to come into compliance or be fined $50 a day for the violation until it comes into compliance.
Madam Chairperson, I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion before the board presented by Member Bander and seconded by Member Mann in case number 2022-00909, that the respondent be found in violation as of December 21st, 2022, and that the respondent be given until March 15th to come into compliance or be fined $50 per day until she is in compliance. With that, I will take a vote. All those in favor, press yes. Those opposed, press no. Okay, it is unanimous. The motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All righty. Now we will proceed with our case resolutions. The first case is case number 2022-007-07. Officer Loeffler. Let's see.
That case is in the status of noncompliance. City's requesting order imposing fine and lien.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes,
I move that in case number 2022-00707, that the board impose fines as of February 24th, 2023, as previously set by the board.
Madam Chair, I'd like to second the motion.
Okay, I have a motion before the board presented by Member Bander and seconded by Member Lewis. In case number 2022-00707, that the respondent be found in violation as of February 24th, 2023, and be fined as previously cited. All those in favor, press yes. Opposed? Press no. Okay, motion carries. The next case we have is case number 2022-00751, again presented by Officer Loeffler.
Unfortunately, non-compliance. City's requesting order imposing fine and lien.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
In case number 2022-00751, the board imposed fines as of February 9th, 2023, as previously set by this board.
Second?
Okay. Now, I have a motion before the board presented by Member Bander and seconded by Member Schultz in case number 2022-00751, that the respondent be found in violation as of February 9th, 2023, and be fined as previously set by the board. All those in favor, press yes. Opposed? No.
I'm sorry, I wasn't ready. May begin now.
Press the name.
Okay. Okay, motion passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's see. That, this is,
Yep.
okay. Okay, the next case resolution we have to come before the board is case number 2022-00765. We do have someone to speak on behalf of the homeowner, and you have been, has been sworn in. So if you would go to the stand, and please state your name and address for the record.
After the
My name is Marissa Gerald. I actually live at 5 Columbia Avenue in Sorrento, Florida, 32776.
Okay. Okay, just one moment. I'm sorry. I would like to first have Officer Diaz present the case. I do apologize.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, case number 2022-00765. Property address is 106 Lyle Street. The property, the board made a motion that they were to come into compliance on February 23rd. And they did a big improvement, and I wanted to show you the pictures of the front of the property. This is the front of the property. She still has some of the stuff still in the yard, but she did a big improvement in 1 month. This is stuff that it's outside. I'm guessing that is for trash pickup. And then this is other stuff that's in the house. Now, this where it says 106, I believe leads to the backyard. The backyard is very full of stuff. So what they want to do is request the board to give them more time. They did their best for the front, which I give them that, and but the back is like, they need time for the back.
I see.
So that's what she's here to express to the board.
Okay. Thank you for that, and I do apologize.
That's okay.
Okay.
No problem.
And now, if you would.
Go ahead now.
So there's a team of us that have been working to help Miss Pat out, and but there's a few of us. There's only a few of us, and half of our team is actually overseas right now on some mission trips, and they'll be gone most of the month of March. So we will not be able to really tackle what needs to be tackled. Probably the month of March, like hardcore. But if you guys would see fit to grant us maybe 3 months, so we could also raise some money to hire some people to help clean, like take away a lot of the stuff that's in the backyard. I think we talked about, that would be May, I think, that we think we could sufficiently get it cleaned up by then, if that's something you guys would agree to.
May I ask why the homeowner did not appear tonight?
She's able to, she wanted us to just speak on her behalf, so, because we've been helping her do it. So, I mean, she can speak.
Officer Diaz, I would like to know what your thoughts are as far as what
Back to November.
she's proposing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
They did a great job at the front, you know. The back is something that is going to take time. I would say, because she's not really living there, so she comes on part-time, and they are helping her, so she is by herself. I would say, you know, she did a great improvement on the front. Great, even the neighbors, I was out there today, and they were like, thank you. So, and I want to thank her for that. She did a great job. So, yeah, whatever the board decides, it's fine with the city, really. She did a great improvement.
Madam Chair.
Could I add something?
Yeah.
Certainly.
So,
Is there one more?
part of what Miss Pat's situation is that her sister has been ill for, I think, over a year, and so she's been staying with her over in Pine Hills, and so she doesn't have a mode of transportation. I went and picked her up today so that we could come to this, and so our team has been trying to, you know, bring her over there, do the work and stuff like that. So she hasn't been there on a regular basis as well. And she still has to stay there and help take care of her sister, so we're trying to help her in that situation as well. Just to give a better idea of kind of what is going on with her in her life right now. So-
Could you tell us when the team started to assist? Because it seems like it was observed since September of last year.
I believe in December, we were walking back there and we observed a notice. And I reached out to Ms. Pat at that time. We were not contacted to help until sometime in February. And so at that time, then we came in and started to help.
And who contacted the team?
Ms. Pat, she contacted me.
Miss Pat is the homeowner.
Is the homeowner?
Yes.
She's the homeowner, she's right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also, I wanted to show you that this picture is what it looked like a month ago. And then
Okay.
this is what it looks like today. So
That's
they
an
did-
impressive change.
Impressive, very.
And thank you, Officer Diaz, for presenting that information prior to her speaking. Madam Chairperson, for setting that record straight. I do have one question, though. You said you brought in February, right? You were brought in February?
Oh, yes.
She was asked, yeah.
And because of that, and this is why I'm asking these questions, because in terms of getting it together, it's been since September, as Chairperson mentioned down there. We want to make sure that you have enough time to make sure you get this together. Because we don't want to keep adding up fines and things like that. I mean, it's imperative that you guys have a time frame on this. You follow what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And so, and she's elderly and things like that. You guys think you can get it straightened up by then?
By when?
Well, what I'm hoping
3
is
months.
like 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Because most of my team is going to be gone in March.
Gotcha.
So we're hoping that between April and May, like towards the end of May, that we'd be able to have, that space of time would give us the time to get stuff moved out, find some people to also help haul it away. I mean, and I'm sorry if this is not appropriate, but we did wonder if there was anything that we could, or if the city had any resources that could help us at all.
I don't think we do.
Okay, well, I just thought I would ask, sorry.
Yeah. So that brings you to another question very quickly, of course. So how many people do you have at present?
There really has been like 4 or 5 of us.
Okay.
We're hoping to kind of muster together a few more people,
Sure,
maybe
sure.
hire a couple guys to help. But
How was the homeowner able to get in touch with your team? My concern is from September until February, there seemed like there was no action. So how was the homeowner able to get in touch with your team? You said you all were walking back there and saw this? I saw the notice?
yeah, so we regularly kind of go back there to just kind of check on everybody. So I saw the notice and I called her. And so at that time, she wasn't ready to move forward on anything. So in February, she called me. She called me and asked if we could help, so,
May I
And you
ask,
saw the notice in December then?
right.
So from December to February, she did not call, but she called in February?
Yes.
Do you know what prevented her from calling those 2 months previously? Because you're now asking for 3 more months?
I don't. I know that she had a lot going on with her sister, and her sister was in and out of the hospital a lot. I do know that. Aside from that, I can't really speak to that. I just do know there's been a lot going on with her sister's health, so.
Well, the fact
may
is,
I ask, what, are you an organization, a church, or? what
Yeah, I'm a
exactly?
part of the Orlando House of Prayer. Our church is like kind of right up the street on the corner. So we just kind of reach out to the neighborhood and see if we can help people. And
Okay. Now, if I'm understanding, what you're requesting is 3 months.
yeah,
However, you can't say definitively that this is 3 months, it'll be cleared.
well, I can't say definitively, but I'm asking for 3 months because I feel like that would be a good cushion. And I like to overestimate and leave a cushion so that things get done ahead of schedule. That's why I was asking for that, because I do believe, my thought is a month and a half, like from April to half of May, we should probably be able to get it accomplished. But because life happens and things happen, I can't say for sure, but if we had that additional 3 months, we should be able to get it together to do that, you know? At least that's my thinking. That's all I can say.
And the reason you're asking for the 3 months is March is, no one's there. We're not going to see any movement in March.
Right.
So,
So my question would be, what about 2 months? I mean,
The issue is nobody's here in March, so I can't really
Right.
get anything done this coming month. And I don't know if the month will be sufficient, but I feel like a month and a half would be, past that, and that's why I asked for the 3, just as to give a cushion for the unknowns, the uncertainty of things. So that's,
Madam Chairperson, this came before us before, right? In about September? No, okay.
when we talk.
Last month in January.
Last month in January, okay,
Those are the pictures you saw in
the beginning.
January.
Yep.
Can I
well, if,
chime in here? I mean,
Please.
they are a small volunteer group, and it's miraculous what they did to the front.
yes.
So the remaining amount is in the back. So to give them an extra 3 months for the city is fantastic. They're a volunteer group, they're doing as much as they can,
Okay.
and we don't want to come back in 2 months or a month and extend it again. Just my 2 cents.
Okay, thank you. If there's no further questions for
Yeah,
the witness,
I have two questions, actually. You said that you may have to hire someone in your statement, your earlier statement.
Yeah, because there's some like heavy metal in the back and stuff like that, there's some heavier items. We were thinking about hiring some men with a truck to help us move some of these things.
If it's metal, just set it out there. Somebody will take it off the street. It happens
Oh,
to
oh
my
yeah,
neighborhood all the time.
we're open to that.
It's this one.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. For sure that, I mean, yeah, but there are some things that are pretty heavy that we have to move out of there that we probably, yeah.
Which one?
But there are a lot of scrappers have been coming around,
My
so.
second part of my question here is, one of the comments that was made was that there was a rat infestation as a
Okay.
result of that. If you could clear that up right away, I think the neighbors and everybody else would be a lot happier, instead of waiting 3 months for that section to be cleared out.
We haven't seen any evidence of critters at all, really. I mean, aside from like, squirrels and stuff, but we haven't seen any evidence
Well,
of
that was the report that
rats.
we got, so that's what we're going with.
So,
Okay.
okay. Okay, if there's no other questions for the witness, you may be seated.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Just a
Any-
moment.
Madam Chairman,
The period of time for compliance.
It's the first one.
Person, okay.
Okay.
Madam Chairman, we were thinking like May 22nd if you do decide to go into May.
Great minds think alike.
That's what we were thinking.
Thank you.
Okay. What we're
Okay.
gonna vote on. Any other discussion?
Any other discussion amongst the board? Okay,
Madam-
then I'll entertain the motion.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion.
Yes,
In case number 2022-00765, the compliance date set by the board be extended to May 22nd, 2023.
Madam Chair, second that motion?
okay, we have a motion before the board in case number 2022-00765, that the compliance date set by the board be extended to May 22nd, 2023. Okay? All those in favor, press yes. Opposed, no. Motion carries. You are quite welcome. Okay. All righty.
Thank you.
Now, we will move to the next case, in case number 2022-00847. We also, this will be presented by Officer Diaz. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Property 216.
yes.
One moment, please. Here, Justin.
I don't think I was pulled up earlier. Okay, which one number was it?
This one we had last
Thank you. Property address is 216 South Cumberland Avenue. Case number is 2022-00847. The property is in compliance with the city, and no further action is required. The homeowner did obtain a permit. He obtained it on February 16th for a demolition. So the city is satisfied with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Wait a minute, you're saying that, so all of this has been taken care of.
That is correct.
Oh.
It has not been demolition, but she does have a permit, and she has until April.
Up until April. Okay. Okay.
Officer Diaz, does that mean that the water heater is now covered or been removed? The first violation. The first violation is 5113.
Yes.
It talks about water heater, which was exposed from the front porch. Has that been covered or removed or?
No, sir, it hasn't, but because she does have a permit, it gives her until April.
It includes that one there to remove?
That is correct. She has a residential demolition permit.
Okay. And what will happen, will you be keeping
Yes.
watch on this? So this
Yes.
case may come before us again
That
if
is
it has
correct.
not?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And just for the record, the permit number is 0464-2023. That's the permit number.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we will move on to the next case to come before the board is case number 2022-00865. And we do have a witness, a respondent that's going to speak on this. But for now, this will be presented by Officer Rodriguez.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, this was going to be to impose fine, but one of the owners are here present. We've been in touch this week in communication. So it's right now, the recommendation of the city, we want to give them 30 more days. That will be in March 27, 2023.
Okay. Okay,
This is regarding about the swimming pool and the fence. Everything else is in compliance. Yeah, when I presented, it was in compliance. The grass and the trash and debris, that's in compliance,
okay.
and the trailer.
Okay, well, we would like to hear from the owner, Lori Meyer. Hello there.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm Lori Meyer, 801 Sullivan Avenue in Ocoee. Oh, okay. Well, I've had a fence problem because of the hurricanes, and the money has been an issue. So I did go to my homeowners, and the deductible's like $4,000. So they denied it, and then I had FEMA. A guy did come out, but I haven't heard it's pending. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to figure out another way. And the pool's had a leak, so I'm going to drain it most of the way because I can't afford to fix it. My husband passed away a little over a year ago, so it's one income now. So I'm kind of struggling, but I want to get a new fence, but I'm just going to try to go find some boards and stuff and make it presentable.
Okay. Oh, my. Okay. And you feel that 30 days would be enough?
I don't know if I could have a little bit more time, but I'm not asking for a lot. It's bad. You know, every hurricane that we've had it's gotten worse and worse.
Right.
But this time it's really bad.
See?
You said you have a FEMA application pending?
Yeah, he came out on February 1st. I have the paperwork. But I called them again today, and they said it's still pending. It can take 30 to 90 days. But since it's not really a disaster, your home, you know, living, it's just a fence, but I'm not sure they're going to help me. I don't know yet. So I got my son over here. He's going to try to go to this. There's a fencing company in Longwood that takes down people's old fences, and then they let people come and get them. But a lot of it, it's really damaged. So then there's the money situation.
So how much time would you need beyond 30 days that the city is asking for?
Maybe another 30, if not,
60 total.
60 total?
yes.
Seems as though there's two problems here. One is the fence, and the second one is the pool.
Yes.
If the fence wasn't there at all, that wouldn't be a problem. Demolition of the fence,
Oh, I know, because I have a pool.
but you have to secure the pool.
Yeah, well, it's never had a screen cage or nothing, but we've always had the fence.
Right.
But since the leak, it's real expensive, we're just gonna drain it almost completely. You're not supposed to drain it all the way. They say it can ruin the pool. I don't know, but that's just what I've been told. So,
You could pop up and all the plumbing underneath could crack.
yeah. So I'm gonna just get rid of the water out of it.
Is there any way to cover the pool? I mean,
Is that?
without filling it in?
We do have a cover in our building, because when we moved in the house 10 years ago, it was bank-owned, and they had a big tarp over it, and I could possibly put that on it. I mean, they had it
It's
screwed
reinforced,
down.
it would be okay. I mean, I don't know code, but if it was reinforced and covered, that may be sufficient.
Okay, because it was like screwed down into the cement when we first moved in, then.
We'll,
Yes.
we'll still have an insecurity without the fence, even though, because they're trying to empty the fence, and they took a lot of water out of it, and they're leaving a couple of feet of it. But the fence is very, very bad.
But the fence is,
And they have dogs, too.
the fence
Yeah.
is not a secure, obviously not secure. I can look right through it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I have a small dog, and then my neighbors have.
Has two.
Yeah, them little chihuahuas. But they have put like a makeshift fence up, so our dogs, they don't fight each other or nothing like that, but
Yeah, you can see it from here. It's the mesh that she's
it
talking
looks
about.
bad.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
Officer Rodriguez, according to the violations, the trailer, the trash, and the overgrown in the backyard, those have been taken care of, right?
That's correct.
So the only two that remain are the pool and the unsafe fence.
That's correct.
Days or 30? Is there any other discussion? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make hold on a second here. Let me try that one. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion. I move that in case number 2022-00865, the respondent be found in violation of the code as cited as of February 28th, 2023, and the respondent be found in compliance with no fines assessed for codes 6-4H6B, 115-3A3, and 115-3B. Let me see here. What's that?
No, that's not correct.
That's not correct?
No. The ones in violation is Article 2, 108-23Q, and 11-3C.
If I may, Madam Chair.
No.
The board already made a motion on this case in January.
Right.
Your motion was that you found them in violation of just the 108-23 and the 115-3. And you gave them until February 27th, 2023 to come to compliance or we fine $25 per day. So today's question is, are you going to impose fine or extend that compliance date or continue the case?
Okay, thank you. All right. Let me do this again here. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion, and I move that in case number 2022-00865, the compliance date set by the board be extended to April 24th, 2023.
Can I get a second?
Seconded.
Okay. Okay, in case number 2022-00865, I have a motion presented by Member Bandert and seconded by Member Lewis, stating that the case, the compliance date set by the board be extended to April 24th, 2023. With that, all those in favor, press yes. Those opposed, press no. Okay. The motion passed.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
And that
Thank
was
you.
with Member Brennan objecting.
Yes, we have one member saying no. Okay. Okay, and with that, that concludes the cases that's coming before the board.
You missed that.
Okay. Okay, now what we would do is have comments, starting with Member Brenda down there.
No comments.
Okay,
No comment.
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
okay then.
None for me.
No comments, Madam Chairperson.
No comment?
Okay, Justin,
No comments.
okay. Okay,
We're adjourned.
okay, well, with that,